Okay, it's time for episode 2 of Dicey Dungeons. Let's go in. Today we're playing the Thief. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. Everyone else is 2, of course. They're just lying about it. They have a difficulty of 2. Put your hands together for the next hapless or hopeful challenger. He's got big hopes, big dreams, and he signed a legally binding agreement not to sue us. It's the Thief! Wait, you meant that dice thing literally? I mean everything literally. So tell me, Thief, what brings you to my arena of terrible fate? Okay, a dice. Good. Right. Well, my friends don't seem to be taking this seriously, but I am. And I'm going to win $1 billion. And what will you do with the money if you win? Anything I want. For the rest of my life. Well, fortune favors the bold. At least that's what people who haven't met me sometimes believe. Let's get started. Okay, so we're starting as the Thief, and we're going to fight the Gardener first. So the Thief works a little bit differently from the Warrior. They have Unlucky Roll, so they roll 4 extra 1s as their limit break. They start off with a Dagger, which can only accept a 3, but you can use it as many times as you like. They have a Lockpick, which splits dice into 2, and then they have a special where they get to steal one of the enemy's cards. So, our best bet right now is to use that shovel to do 6 damage, inflict a weaken on the Gardener, split this dice into 2, we get 2 2s, do 2 damage, and another 2 damage. We take 2, we can split this one into 2 1s, do 1, 2, and not the 3, because they only have 2 8 points left. We win. Open up this treasure chest. That's a Snake Eye Charm. Put it in a 6 to roll 2 1s. Now we're fighting the Hothead, and Hothead is weak to ice. We get to steal their Fireball. We've got 2 3s, so let's split that up. We'll use the Fireball to inflict a burn. We'll do 3 damage, and another 1. Burnt their even, so they have to take 2 extra damage. And they also burned us back. We can avoid using that, but we are going to level up right after this, so there's really no reason not to. And we've charged up our limit break. They didn't roll an even, so we get to finish them off. Let's do that with this 3. Just like that. We are level 2. Our HP increases by 4. And we get an extra dice. On to the next floor. Let's fight the baby squid. They have a headbutt that we get to steal. They've also got an ink splat. So let's do that 6 damage. Use our unlucky roll. Split a 1 into 2. Do 3 damage. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 11 hit points left, and we're in a good spot. But they did roll 2 6s, so we're taking a whopping 12. Our unlucky roll is back. We steal the headbutt again, which is nice. we can use that right away. We're not going to do enough damage this turn to defeat them. And it would stink if they got another round like that on us. So let's use that unlucky roll. Do the 2 extra damage to get us out of the baby squid fight. We get 2 XP. We have to do one more battle with the marshmallow before we level up. So let's grab this item. It's a bump. Heal up a little bit. Our bump gets equipped along with the Snake Eye Charm. It'll boost 1 die value up by 1. Not super great. We don't want high numbers all that often, except for on equipment that we steal, which seems to be the case. Let's get an extra die by using the bump. Roll a 6 into the fireball. Split up the 4. Do some damage with all that. And then we just have to survive this fight. We'll level up at the end of it. We're going to freeze our 6 into a 1. But we got a 5. We can hit them with that. Let's split up this 1 to get an extra die. Bump it to make it a 2. And throw that all into the dagger. We take another 5, but we have an unlucky roll ready. But we can just use a snowball and a dagger once. Mwahaha, you think because of one lucky fight you could win the whole game? Not a chance. Marshmallow will get you next time. Oh, Marshmallow. You're not gonna get anyone. They might get someone someday. Okay, so we can go for our Poison Needle, which is another multi-use. Inflict 1 poison with a max of 2, 3 uses, or we can use the Crowbar. Reduce the countdown on all equipment by the number. I'm gonna take the Crowbar. We've already got a Snake Eye Charm, so if we can grab something else with a countdown, that would be great. And every so often we'll steal something with a countdown. Like so. But we're also not getting up to 12 this turn. And there's a very low chance we'll steal it again next round. I'm gonna use that unlucky roll right now. Reduce our countdowns by 4. Split a 1 into 2. Bump it. And dump all of this into the dagger. I feel like I'm gonna want to move somewhere a little bit easier to drag. Ooh, a 6 coming our way. Maybe they'll put it all in the countdown? No such luck. Alright, we steal something else this turn. Oh, it's a poison slingshot again. Okay, let's reduce all of them by 6. Yeah, do the 4 poison. Split this 5. Did not split in a favorable way for us. So we don't get to use the 4. Okay, we just have to do 10 more damage. Our numbers are not great for that. So let's bump that. Now we just have to split in a way where we can do 4 damage. Let's split the 4 so we don't have to risk it. And we're good. We get some experience. Heal up with this apple and head to the shop. Okay, we've got leather armor. It lets you reduce 1 from each attack. We've got counterfeit, which lets you duplicate a die. And we got pickpocket, which lets you steal 1 gold per battle. I think I'm going to grab the counterfeit. I don't have the space for it just yet. We want to use both of those. I don't think we need the bump right now. Let's do something like that. And then hopefully we get a lot of dice and can dump them all into the dagger. We have 2 heals, stereo head, vacuum, and fireman. We got plenty of health, so let's go after stereo head right now. Stereo head is weak to shock. Okay, we're going to duplicate the 4. Use the sonic wave we stole from stereo head to do 4 damage and weaken. We're going to split this 4 into 2 and then put all of this into the dagger and use our unlucky roll to do 4 more. We get weakened and take 2 damage. Ooh, our dagger got weakened, so we can't put 3s into it. But luckily, we can duplicate the 3, use the stolen shockwave, split the other 3 into 2s and 1s, and do that damage. We got lucky and they got a bad roll. Duplicate, stolen item, and dagger. And another win. Still in pretty good health, so let's pick up this item and see what it is. A poison slingshot. It does take a 12, but we have a crowbar. Might be better in some fights than the snake eye charm. Let's give it a try. Off to the vacuum. Duplicate the 4. Use blood suck. Get some health back. Split that down. No, crowbar is only good if we have more than 1 countdown slot. So some adjustments will need to be made. Okay, we've got our limit break. Let's duplicate that one. Split one of them. Put the 4 into bloodsuck. The 6 into slingshot. And do some extra damage. Probably could have used our limit break there. Oh, but we got relatively lucky. No, unlucky with the numbers. A lot of damage. Since I'm blinded, I can't see what these 2 are. But there's a few ways that you can sort of tell. Like if you try to use it in this and it just doesn't work, then you would know that that's over 3. So I'll duplicate this and then try to use it in bloodsuck. It's greater than a 4 as well. So let's split one of these into 2, put the other one in slingshot. Turns out it was a 6. One of these could be a 4. Nope, that was a 2. That's less. Can't use it. And that's why blind is a little bit of a hassle. Starting to run low on health. Got a couple heals on the floor already. And luckily we've been able to blood suck our way into staying healthy. We just have to do 1 more damage. Let's split. One of those worked. We get a level up. Have an extra die. So we're set up really well. Let's see if there's another countdown item. The pea shooter's not all that great, but it is small. Let's buy that. And then readjust. Or check upgrades first, then readjust. Okay, we can make the counter fit smaller. That's a big improvement. Crowbar can be used twice. Poison slingshot only needs 2. We can split a die into 2, or a 6 can split into 3. Dagger can do a little bit extra damage. Our bump can get an extra use. Our snake eye charm only needs 3. And our pea shooter can do 4 damage instead of 5. So I think as a start, setting the counterfeit to be smaller is a good start. And since that's smaller, we can throw in one of these. Let's make it the pea shooter and swap those. So now we can use the crowbar to count down the pea shooter, sorry, the poison slingshot and the pea shooter. Then we can use our counterfeit to try and get larger numbers into it. Then we get 1 use of the lockpick to take anything extra and try to dump it into the dagger or the pea shooter as needed. Let's fight the fireman. Fireman is weak to ice. Okay, so we're going to duplicate this 6. Put 1 of them into the crowbar. We get to use the pea shooter. We've got a poison slingshot almost ready to go, but we're going to use the fireball that we stole to do 6 damage and burn 1. We'll split this 1 into 2, and then put all of this into dagger. Activate our lucky roll, or unlucky roll, and do another 4. Ooh, we got a big smack coming in. That's 12 damage and 2 burn. Our unlucky roll is ready to go again. We didn't roll any evens this time. So let's duplicate this 3. And we do 13. 6, 7, 10, 11. Split that. Put a 3 here. 3 here. Take that extra damage. Let's do 2 more. This might be a use a limit break to avoid taking more damage, and then just heal up with what we have on the floor. Alright, we win. 3 more experience. Pick up both of these apples. We're only down 2 health. I don't think there was anything else I really wanted. The fire staff would be good, but it's kind of big. Okay, we got 7 more health, a haunted jar, the kraken, and a dire wolf. So, I don't think we need to adjust anything before going in. So let's go for it. Haunted jar is strong against poison, and they get to double poison. So we absolutely do not want this battle to last very long, so let's duplicate the 6. Use the countdown timer. The other 6 into poison slingshot. Split up this 4. Put these into dagger. And then put the 5 into pea shooter. They have poison cloud. They put 2 poison on us. And then they start counting down blight themselves. Rolled a lot of 6s this turn. Cool down everything. the 6 into Slingshot. Duplicate the 5. Split one of them. It splits favorably. Use the pea shooter. Inflict 3 more poison. And use the dagger. Okay, we're still doing great here. Duplicate the 6. Reduce all countdowns. Split up the 5. Finish off the Haunted Jar. 3 more experience. We could pick up this heal. See what this item is. It is another lockpick. Check out the shop. Ooh, we've got a lot of rolls here. Can really customize things. Let's get the Midnight Charm. And then do we fully readjust here to be a high value build? So we can use the pea shooter over and over. Ditch the dagger, go with the pea shooter. That takes much longer to do damage. Not quite yet. Maybe after the next upgrade. We can fight the direwolf, or we can fight the kraken. We're gonna level up after fighting both of them. So let's go for the kraken first. Okay, let's duplicate one of the 5s. Split that into 2. We got a 4, so let's curse the enemy. Use our countdown. The lower numbers over here. And get the poison slingshot ready to go. Curse their overwhelm. And we have 2 of our dice blinded. See if either of them is a 4. No. So we're going to duplicate the 5. The 5 in the countdown. See if these fit here. No. Split. Are either of those a 4? Yes. Probably a 1. Put that there for 2 damage, and this here for 3 damage. Curse the kraken again. If they curse us, we don't take any damage now. We've got 20 more health that we need to do. Either of these a 4. No. That was a 2. Can't use our dagger for the rest of the round. Let's duplicate a 3. Reduce all by 3. And stack some more poison. Or at least get ready to. So I think we'll be done next round, especially since they didn't get a 4. Duplicate the 6. Dagger. Nope. So that means these are all really high. Let's use the 6. Use the 6. One for. Put that up. Jump these both into dagger. And with the poison damage, we defeat the kraken. Let's grab that heal. This felt a little bit slow. Speed it up if we can roll some extra 6s. So I think it might be time to ditch something. What else was here? Snake Eye Charm. Wolf first. And then rely a little bit more on stolen goods. Duplicate the 6. Reduce all our cooldowns. Other 6. Poison, even though they are strong against poison. Throwing for the dagger, throwing for the claw. Use the dagger somewhere. We are getting cursed. We're taking 4 damage and 2 poison. Let's claw them back. Oh no, it didn't work. Oops, not where I meant to put that. Hopefully we had 2. Split. And throw it into the dagger. Use our unlucky roll this round. Do 4 more damage. They only take 2 from the poison. They don't have doubles this time. Got more poison, but no curses to deal with. Duplicate the 4. Throw that in. 2 damage. 3 damage. 2 damage. Split that up. 4 more damage. They're gonna have 1 hit point left because they're strong against poison. And they get to use everything this round. Luckily, we are leveling up after this. I probably should have just picked up that apple on the way in. We do have 2 ways to do health damage, and they're dying to the poison. Actually, end our turn. Okay. We can grab a skeleton die. It sets all dice to the number on the die. We can get Hacksaw, which splits a dice into 3, or we can take this upgrade. I think I want to take the upgrade. Start working on making this all work. We're going to upgrade the crowbar so you can use it twice. Check out what the trade is. We'll take our lockpick and then give us Catastrophe, which inflicts a shock, a burn, and a freeze. And it is on a countdown. We're going to swap those 2 out. So we're going to get rid of the dagger, equip the Midnight Charm, and we're going to go pea shooter mode. So we want to get over to this upgrade quickly. So first we're going to have to fight the Rhino Beetle. Stole their battle axe. We're going to duplicate the 6. Reduce our cooldowns by 6. Play the 1 into Catastrophe. Play this 4 into Battle Axe. Reduce all of our countdowns by 6. And then dump all of these into Pea Shooter. Stalling a little bit here, which is good. Use the battle axe, duplicate the 6, count down again, and then put all of this into Pea Shooter. And just like that, they're defeated. Fee, fi, fo, vice. I smell the blood of a walking dice. Yeah, sure, Rhino Beetle. I think that's your blood from getting beat up. We can heal 8 health, which puts us back to full. Let's see what this item is. It's a detonator. Do 1 damage for every poison on the enemy. That would actually be pretty good since we're getting Poison Slingshot off relatively consistent now. But let's sit on it for a second and fight the Wicker Man. Wicker Man is weak to fire. And we're... Nope, you don't get to steal their fire. But we can use the duplicate. Countdown. We're at full health, so we don't really need to steal theirs. But we can use the Midnight Charm to do some more sixes. To do some more damage. Dump that all in here. Sure, we'll use our unlucky roll to do 2 more damage. And count down the pea shooter a little bit more. Okay, now we can steal some health. But we don't have a 6. But we can make a 6. Count down everything by 5. Count it down. Count this down by 5. Use the flag trap. Use the crowbar. Put our 4 into here. Get 2 more damage. They have 3 health left. Not very great rolls. And we can just do a bunch of damage with the Wicked Staff. Okay, 1 more upgrade. Double up. Extra. Only needs 1. Detonator can take anything. And everything else is not so great. I feel like taking the pea shooter upgrade is really good here. Oh, I should have checked the shop. First aid kit is good, but we can live without it. Skeleton or Paper Knight? Let's go for the Paper Knight. Might be a little bit of an easier battle, especially if we can lock some of their dice. Okay, which we get to do. We're going to duplicate. Lock 1, lock 2. Count down all of our dice. All of our cards. Fire off some more shots. So they only get to use 1 die this turn. And it's on fire. I think we can take them out this turn. So let's duplicate the 4. Count down everything. Can we make a 6? Let's do that first. Count down. Lock. Lock. Poison for 4. Got really lucky on that again, but our health is not looking very lucky. And let's use their cardboard sword to finish him off. More XP. We get 8 health. We've got 27, which might be rough for fighting the skeleton. But I think we can pull it off. Oh, I should have went to the shop and bought a heal first. Start off with a curse. Duplicate the 5. Whoops. Unlucky roll our way out of that unlucky click. Some more damage down. just enough dice to use everything, but the curse goes in our favor. Ooh, we can use their two-handed sword this round. Double the 4. Countdown. Get 2 6s. Do 12 damage to them. We've got 5 to work with. We can count down. And use the pea shooter. They have 4 health left. 3 after the poison. They got a shock, and they do 2 damage to us because if they use their burns die, they would be deceased. And you can hit them with the pea shooter. 1 more win, and we're at max level with an extra dice. Again, I don't think there was anything in the shop we needed. Reducing damage would be good. Right now we're in a sort of engine situation. Aof. Afi? Oifi. You know, this whole time I've played this game, I haven't had to read any of the names out. Aoifi? I should look all these up. My dentist told me I shouldn't fight after I brushed my teeth. So I fought her. I won, obviously. Okay, we know she has the power shield, but she also has a broadsword and the charge move, which bashes for the shield damage. So if you can't take out her shield, she's gonna hit you really hard, and she's always gonna hit with that sword. So, let's duplicate the 6, dump it into the crowbar, put the second one into the crowbar. I'm gonna shield for 4, and then shield for 2, put our 6s into the pea shooter, as well as our 2s. We got 6 shield, they got 1 burning die. We locked out their charge, but they don't have any shield right this second. And they won't be able to use it just yet. Okay, we start off by putting 1 into pea shooter, duplicate the 4, count everything down by 8. Let's grab those 2 6s. Put 1 into the poison slingshot, 1 into the pea shooter, and block for 3. Okay, we shocked their broadsword. Let's get that we're just wasting one of their die per turn. Duplicate. Count down by 5. Count down by 5 again. Put the 6 into the broadsword. Put a 2 into poison slingshot. Count down by 5. Another 5. And just dump the 2 in there for fun. They take 10 poison damage, and we've won. What a sneaky, underhanded victory. Magnificent. I'm not here for compliments. I'm here for prizes. Oh, of course you are. And that means it's time to spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. And if you land on a prize slot, you'll get your billion and a quick pathway out of... I got it. Spin. Want to do a drum roll to build up anticipation? Just spin it. Come on, car. What? Skull again? What the heck? Ah, bad luck. Looks like you missed out this time. But don't lose hope. Your time in the dungeon isn't up yet. We'll be back soon with more episodes. And just like that, we completed Thief, Episode 1, Thief in the Night. We've got a lot to go through. And there's another face there, because we've unlocked the robot. which will be tomorrow's episode. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. This has been Dicey Dungeons. Go ahead and play it for yourself if you enjoy this content. Come on back tomorrow and watch some more. Thanks again, and bye.